Assembly is the name given to the section in which all the parts that compose the upper and the sole are united in order to construct the shoe. There are several ways of doing this union. Each one is designated with a type of construction, and in any case we will have an own sequence of operations of assembly of the upper on the last, associated to a certain method of fixation of the sole. A method of assembly of the upper can be combined with one or several methods of fixation of the sole, originating like this a variety of types of construction. Each type of construction is associated to a certain group of characteristics related with the use, the fashion, the price, that will condition its choice for the produced shoe. We will speak about these characteristics in particular for each one of the construction types presented. Strobel construction system and moccasin construction system. Here we present the main operations of the Strobel and moccasin construction systems. To stitch Strobel. To last the upper. To prepare the assembly base. To apply glue and to cement the sole. Last pulling. These construction systems are characterized for being tubular shoes in which in the Strobel system the inner sole is stitched to the upper, and in the moccasin construction system the upper is stitched manually to the vamp, taking the form of a bag. To stitch Strobel. This operation consists on the application of the inner sole that can be of a different type of material, fabric, glass dome, etc. This name is given to the operation by being executed in a stitching machine denominated by Strobel. To last the uppers with heat. In the moccasin system, before putting the shoe on the last, it is necessary to reboot and to stretch out the upper in the area of the stitching. Like this, the uppers are lasted with heat, and the employee with the hammer reboots the upper in the area of the stitching. After the execution of the task, removes the upper from the metallic lasts, being the upper prepared for the assembly. To supply the assembly line. Depending on the degree of automation of the assembly line, its provisioning can be automated totally or partially, or then may be manual. In the case of the presented Strobel assembly system, the assembly line is supplied through a robotized arm that supplies the lasts, reading in the last trolleys the size and the foot that corresponds. When the robotized arm makes the provisioning, puts in simultaneous the pair of lasts that should enter in production. To last the upper. The shoe is lasted so that we can proceed to the fixation of the sole to the upper. When we proceed to the execution of this last, it is necessary to verify if the shoe is well centered and not twisted. In the Strobel assembly line visualized, the process is partially robotized. The provisioning of the last post is robotized, while lasting is manual with the help of a system that allows the fastest placement of the shoe on the last. In the moccasin assembly line, before proceeding to the operation of lasting the upper in the last, it is necessary to make the operation of fastening the footbed to the last, through the use of adhesive tape. After the execution of this operation, the shoe is lasted by the employee with the help of a spoon. In both construction systems, it is necessary to tighten the laces and to verify if the shoe is not twisted. In case it is verified that it is lightly twisted, the employee will have to readjust it. Sides and seats lasting. This operation is only made in the moccasin system. It consists of closing the shoe in the area of the shoe sides and seats. For a correct execution of the operation, it is necessary that the height of the back counters is verified on the last, and if necessary to readjust it. To rough the assembly base. In the Strobel assembly system, it is necessary to prepare the lateral surface of the upper for the fixation of the sole, and for such the shoe is fluffed and or roughed. In the robotized line, this operation is totally made by a roughing machine that makes the aspiration of the dust to guarantee a correct cementing. The moccasin assembly system differs of the previous system because it is the assembly base that it is roughed and not the lateral area of the shoe. to apply glue in the shoe. In the Strobel assembly system, the glue is applied by a glue machine that applies the glue on the roughed area. After the execution of this operation, it is necessary to apply the footbed with the respective shoe shank that guarantees the firmness of the shoe. This last operation is executed manually. In the moccasin assembly system, glue is applied only on the assembly base because the soles used usually have no box. To prepare the sole. It consists of the mechanical or chemical roughening of the sole and application of the glue and subsequent reactivation for the application of the same in the shoe. In the Strobel assembly line, the operations are made in a parallel line that supply the operators that make the cementing of the sole with the shoe. In this system, the glue is applied to the interior wall of the box of the sole. In the moccasin, the glue is applied in the wall base of the assembly of the sole. The sole used in this last system, by norm, has no box. To cement the sole to the upper. After the reactivation of the sole and of the upper, the employee points manually the sole to the upper and he places the shoe in a press. In the robotized line, the used press is a tubular bag press. In the moccasin system is used a chamber press for sticking the soles. In both cases, after the pressing, the employee removes the shoe from the press and he places it in the transporter and/or in the cold chamber. To pull the last. This operation consists on removing the last of the shoe, being made with the last pulling machine.